Hey guys, hope we're all doing well. I am out today on the Triumph Tiger Sport 660 and I'm testing out another windscreen. As usual, the first thing I'll do is take a quick ride on the freeway and see how it does. So first impressions at higher speed, I'm doing about 70 miles an hour right now, and it seems to be a lot more turbulent than the stock windscreen. I think the reason for that might be because there's no cutout in the middle to allow airflow through, so I am getting a nice pocket of clean air right here, but there's a lot of turbulent air coming around. I'm getting a little bit of helmet buffeting. It's not bad, but it is noticeable. Alright, so 80 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm getting quite a bit of buffeting. Pushing it down does smooth out the air a little bit, but I'm getting a lot of air straight to the helmet now, and it doesn't really do anything for blocking wind to the face. So it's okay if you want to get air, but if you're trying to block it, then it's not a real good solution. That was the first time I've taken this on the freeway, and to be honest with you, I wasn't really impressed. But as usual, when you're dealing with windscreens, there are a lot of factors that can contribute to whether it works for you or not. It might work for someone else just fine, but for me, with my particular height, I'm 6 feet tall. So my helmet that I'm wearing could also factor into it. So it's really hard to say, but all I know is that I test out the windshields with the gear that I'm currently using, and if it doesn't work out for me, then I try something else. So for around town riding, the windscreen does pretty good. It's at least comparable to the stock windscreen, if not maybe a little bit better for cutting out some wind noise. The good news is that the windscreen hasn't been slipping or anything like that. The brackets, the stock brackets on the bike for the windscreen seem to be sturdy enough where it'll hold up the weight, and it hasn't been slipping down. So wherever I place it, it's been staying in place so far. Just gonna pull over and get a look at this. So here's a look at the windscreen on the bike. Based on my riding experience with this so far, I wouldn't really recommend this unless you were going for a style change. It doesn't really block wind much more than the stock windscreen, but this one is like the tinted model, so if you're looking to just get a different look for the bike, this might work better for you. I've got this little clip-on visor that I've used on previous bikes and previous windscreens, so I'm going to put this in place and see if that extra couple inches helps, because Powerbronze does have an even taller windscreen that's a few inches taller than this one. So I'm just going to tighten this into place right now and then give this one a shot. Alright, hopefully the extra weight doesn't make this fall down, but so far it's been pretty good. So right now I'm over by the Arizona Commemorative Air Force Museum. I've never been inside though, but I do want to take a tour. Seems like they might have some cool stuff in here. Alright, let's try this out now with this clip-on on here and see if it makes any difference. Alright, so I'm actually noticing a little bit of a difference now with this little clip-on on here. So it was just enough to get all that turbulent air over my head. So now that I'm thinking about how this works on here, I'm wondering if that taller windscreen from here will from Powerbronze will do a better job. So I might have to examine that in a future video. One thing that I don't really like about having windscreen visors is that it makes the windshield wobble back and forth a lot in the wind. Yeah, it's not doing too bad, especially with this little visor on. So bottom line, would I recommend this? Not really. Unless you were going for a different look for the bike, I would stick with the stock windscreen on this one. At least that smaller one that I had on there had a different purpose. It was more to smooth out and redirect air than to block it, so that one did a lot better at what it was supposed to be made for. Alright, so on the surface streets, the downward position with the clip on here, it's not bad. It redirects enough wind over my head, so I kind of have pretty clear airflow. I am getting a lot of wind like on my shoulders, but not really directly to the face, so it's actually not bad like this. I still feel like the stock windscreen blocks better wind than this one does, though, to be honest, at least for me. Alright, final test. Visor attached freeway riding, fully upward position. I am noticing that that buffeting that I was getting before without this little visor on here seems to be pretty much gone right now. So it is helping a lot. I don't like the way the visor makes the whole windshield shake though, so I prefer not to have these little clip-on visors. The additional weight that they add and then the stability of the windshield, I really don't prefer that. Alright, downward position. With the windscreen all the way down with the visor on, it does smooth it out a little bit more than this aftermarket windscreen without the visor. But it's still not as good as the stock windscreen. So I'm just gonna put this back up at the top again. Yeah, sorry guys, I wish I had better news for you. I was hoping that this additional purchase would add a benefit and work better than the stock windscreen, but I'm not really seeing it, at least for me. So personally, I'm going to be going back to the stock windscreen without the visor on there, just for normal everyday riding. But I am interested in trying out the taller model that they have, which is a 690 millimeter. This is a 610 millimeter tall windscreen. So that's about it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, found it useful in some way, please click that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.